Welcome back to our farm here in southern Manitoba, Canada. Today we're going to be seeding some fall rye into some yellow pea residue, and we're going to be trying out a brand new Case IH Quad Trac with 580 horsepower. We're going to be towing our 80-foot Vaterstad seedhawk and our 980 bushel tank. So before we get rolling seeding here, we're going to be filling the drill here with some clean rye seed and some fertilizer here. We're running my neighbor's conveyal. It's a hydraulic drive system that runs off of his International Eagles wet kit. And as you can see, yeah, we did manage to plug the thing. That's why there's a pile of grain on the ground there, where you can see that the conveyor meets the back of the trailer. So now that we got her all topped off here, we're going to get rolling. So I guess a little bit about the field prep. This was a year from hell as far as the peas went. It was just way too wet for them. It seemed like we just got hammered with like 4 or 5 inches of rain at a time, and then massive hailstorms and stuff like that. So yeah, the peas were pretty hard to keep clean. After we harvested them, we did a passive tillage with a high-speed disc on the field before we came in with the seeder. It was a 33-foot Degelman Pro Till, and we were towing that with our 460 horsepower versatile 4-wheel drive tractor at like 10-11 miles per hour. And it actually made a really nice seed bed, chopped up all the vines really nice, because that's historically what's been giving us the most grief trying to zero till into yellow pea residue. So yeah, I guess a little bit about this tractor. It's got practically no hours on it. It's loaded to the nines. It's got all the bells and whistles from Rocky Mountain Equipment. Yeah, I think like most people, we wouldn't buy a tractor without trying it. So because it's such a big investment, so it's good to have the opportunity to try before you buy. Unfortunately, these fields here that we're seeding to fall rye, they don't have any big hills like some of our stuff in the escarpment. So yeah, we won't be torture testing this machine to the extent of what we really could. But yeah, this is a beautiful track. It's super smooth and quiet. The fuel economy seems to be about the same as our 610 horsepower Versatile. Definitely notice the narrow wheelbase though, especially going down the road. As far as tractor changeover goes, I mean, everything, the whole tractor is customizable and integrated through the Pro 1200 monitor. And then we just change over our iPads that run the seeder, and because everything runs through the seeder, so it was literally just a plug and play. So that was pretty handy. So this is what the furrows look like, kind of after the fact. A little bit of volunteer peas in here. We're seeding into yellow pea residue, and yeah, so we pro-tilled this right after we combined it. We maybe should have waited for rain for some germination, but we weren't sure when we were going to get in here. And yeah, you can kind of see the difference here is like a little bit of wild oats too. The rye will choke that out though. So yeah, we got some volunteer peas on the unscathed ground. Here we have the rows. We put the rye. And yeah, I've made some videos in the past about this air seeder. But yeah, it's an 80-foot toolbar with a 10-inch row spacing, and it's a double chute. So there is a fertilizer knife and a seed knife for each, for every 10 inches. And yeah, the air cart is pretty freaking big, but actually follows pretty good because the front tires on it actually steer, so it falls in line pretty good. So yeah, there's a little canola tank on the front. We sometimes will use that for inoculant too if we're doing beans or peas. And then yeah, 3 bigger tanks afterwards too. So the big tank's usually urea or peas or soybeans or whatever is the bulkiest commodity that we're going to be putting in the ground. And then another one's our phosphate sulfur tank, and then the other one's for seed usually. So yeah, it's been pretty good. And then for the sectional control, how that all works is so the toolbar is broken up into 8 sections of 10 feet. and each one has an individual metering roller for every tank, and they're all run by little electronic motors. And so using the GPS, the air seeder actually knows where you're overlapping and will turn off the electric metering roller so that you're not applying on those places. And there's a little bit of a seed savings and a fertilizer savings, so that's pretty nice. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and hopefully have some new videos coming out here pretty consistently now.